Hello, I'm Emma. Welcome to Just Unique Pilates. Today I am bringing you an upper body focused flow Pilates routine. We're going to focus on the arms, the shoulders, the chest, the upper back. So when you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. Okay, so when you're ready, let's make our way down onto our back. We're going to have our knees bent, feet flat in line with the hip bones. And you're going to slowly roll yourself down on the mat. I'm going to find where I am on the mat, make sure I'm nice and centered. Okay, so we want a nice lengthened neck, shoulders down and away from the ears. We want a nice neutral spine. The feet aren't too far away from us, they're not too close in. Our pubic bone and hip bones are on the same level. And let's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And of course, pelvic floor muscles are lifted as well. Just relax your arms by your side with the palms facing down. And let's just start with some small movement to get into those shoulders. Taking one arm up and over your head until it touches down to the mat if you're able to. And then slowly bring it back by your side. Switch to the other side. Here we're working on shoulder stability. As you take your arm up and over the head, you want to make sure your shoulder doesn't rotate. We keep our shoulder blade nice and flat on the mat. And the shoulder also doesn't lift up towards the ear. Keep switching from right to left, taking your time as you go. Deep breath in, exhale as you move the arm. Making sure the rib cage doesn't open, and again your shoulders don't lift. On the next one, we're going to take both arms up and over the head. Deep breath in, exhale, reach both arms over to where you can, without the rib cage popping, without the shoulders lifting or rotating. Deep breath in as you hold. Exhale, bring your arms back by your side, taking your time. The rest of the body isn't moving, purely focusing on that shoulder stability. Taking the arms up and over again on the exhale. Take a deep breath in as you hold. This should feel nice for the chest if your chest is tight as well. Bring the arms back by your side. Again, taking the arms over the head. Deep breath in as you hold and bring them back. This last one, take the arms up and over the head. And this time float the arms and just leave them hovered over the shoulders. Fingertips are up to the ceiling. Face your palms now away from you. And then slowly bend at the elbows until your arms are by your side, keeping the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Everything from the shoulder to the elbow is on the mat, and then push the arms back up to the ceiling. Again, we bend the arms out to the side, bending at the elbows. You bring your arms down into right angles. Palms still away from you, fingertips facing up, and then push the arms back up to the ceiling. And again, purling down, really focusing on that shoulder stability. This time, keep the elbows down. And we're going to fold the arms back until the back of the hands touches down on the mat or where possible. And your palms are facing up to the ceiling. And then rotate from the shoulder until your fingertips are facing back up to the ceiling. Bring the back of the hand down onto the mat as you rotate. You're staying in a right angle, so everything from your shoulder to your elbow is in line. And where your elbow bends, that's where your arm reaches along the mat above you or up to the ceiling as we bend the arms back. This time, keep the back of the hands down on the mat, keep that right angle, and we're going to push the arms along the mat until they're nice and straight above your head, still on the mat if you're able to keep them there. And then bring them back into that right angle by the side of you. Reach the arms again above the head along the mat. And this one can be quite difficult, especially if your shoulders are really rounded, to keep the shoulders and the arms along the mat. Again, just go into where you can and keep bringing them back down to that right angle again. Stretching the arms nice and long and squeezing them back in. This time, keep the arms straight and bring them over your head until they hover over your shoulders. Fingertips up to the ceiling, palms facing away from you. I'll take both arms up and over the head without the ribcage opening or shoulders lifting, and bring them back, hovering over the shoulders. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to put everything together. Arms are hovered over the shoulders, fingertips up to the ceiling, palms facing away from you. Bend at the elbows until everything from the elbow to the shoulder touches on the mat. Fingertips are still up to the ceiling, palms are facing away from you. Bend the arms back so the back of the hands touch down on the mat. Keep them on the mat as you straighten your arms over the head, trying to keep your arms on the mat as much as possible, and then float them back over your head until the arms hover just above the shoulders, completely straight up to the ceiling. Bend at the elbows again so your arms go in right angles by your side. Fold back until the back of the hand is near or on the mat, keeping the arms and the back of the hand on the mat if you can, and keep the arms here in this right angle, fingertips pointing behind your head, palms facing up to the ceiling, back of the hand on the mat, elbows bent so everything from the elbow to the shoulder is in line. And we're going to zip both legs together and drop both legs over to one side, moving from the waist down, and switch over to the other side. So again, the feet are flat on the mat, knees are bent in line with the hip bones, legs are zipped together. Upper body stays where it is as you drift from side to side, moving from the waist. Deep breath in as your legs drop over to the side. Exhale as they draw back up to center. Stretch the arms now nice and long. You're in a full body stretch. Arms and legs stretch. Okay, so when you're ready, let's roll on to our front. Let's make sure our legs are nice and lengthened, toes are untucked, core is switched on, there is no sinking into the lower back, and we're balancing on our nose, keeping our neck and shoulders lengthened as much as possible. Arms are going to be by your side, just a little out of a right angle. So bend your elbows by your side, bring the elbows a little closer in towards you, but not too much. Palms are slightly out to the side, and we're going to do some back extensions. Slowly start to lift through your chest, coming up as high as it feels comfortable. Start to press into the hands to lift you up higher. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down, pushing that air out until you balance back on your nose. Again, deep breath in, you start to lift, pushing the hands, straightening through the elbows if you're able to, and then lower. If that feels too much, just come up to where you can. Make sure you're not looking up too high. And as you come up, it's almost like you're rolling a little ball away from you slightly, and then you start to lift. When you're ready, sit back onto your heels into child's pose, forehead down to the mat, stretch the arms nice and long. Slowly roll up and bring yourself into a nice seated position. So I'm going to have my legs crossed, but whatever feels best for you. Sit nice and tall on those sit bones, and just bring both hands now together. Palms are together. You're going to now place your fingertips underneath your chin. Stick your thumbs out so they can rest on your chest, and just let the elbows and the upper part of the arm rest by your side. On the exhale, you're going to rotate your upper body to one side. Deep breath in as you come back to center, and switch to the other side. So we're working the mid and upper back. Imagine you have drinks balanced on your shoulders, staying nice and steady, and just rotate to where you can without the lower body moving. Good, let's go one more time to each side. Keep sitting nice and tall. When you're ready, you can stay in a cross-legged position, or I like to sit back on my heels for this one, just because my arms are a little longer. You can sit in a chair, you can stand, whatever feels best for you. And we're gonna do very similar movement to what we did on the mat. When you're ready, sit in nice and tall, lift one arm up and above the head, this time slightly squeezing it back behind you, and then slowly lower it back down. Switch to the other side. Just keep switching. And this time, as you take one arm above the head, the arm that's still by your side, I want you to slightly squeeze back behind you. This is a lovely one for those rounded shoulders. Good. This time, take both arms over the head, slightly squeeze them back behind you. Bring them back by your side, and again, slightly squeeze them back before you lift them back above the head. Focusing on that shoulder stability we did down on the mat. Shoulders are not rotating or lifting up to the ears. Good. This time, keep the arms hovered in front of you at about shoulder height, palms facing down towards the mat. We're going to squeeze the elbows back slightly behind us, fingertips still facing forwards, and then push the arms back in front nice and straight. This time, keep the elbows squeezed back and rotate now so the palms face out in front, fingertips up to the ceiling, and then slowly rotate so the palms face back down to the mat, again staying in that right angle. Keep swiveling, moving from the shoulder joint, fingertips go up to the ceiling, and then face back in front of you. Again, keep that right angle. This time, keep that right angle. Everything from the shoulder to your elbow is in line at shoulder height. Elbows are bent so the fingertips face up to the ceiling, palms facing out. Keep the arms here, and then straighten both arms up to the ceiling above your head, and then squeeze the arms back down into that right angle, pushing the arms nice and straight up to the ceiling again, and then squeeze them back down. Good. When you're ready, let's do the whole thing together. Reach the arms nice and straight in front of you, palms facing down, the arms are at shoulder height. Squeeze the elbows back behind you, but keep the fingertips facing in front. Unfold the arms, so now the fingertips face up to the ceiling. Push the arms straight up to the ceiling, and then hover them back in front of you, palms facing down. One more time, squeeze the elbows back, unfold the arms, palms face out, fingertips up, and then push the arms straight up to the ceiling and lower them all the way back down. And roll those shoulders out. You are done with your main exercises. When you're ready, let's interlock the fingers and just press the palms away from you as you scoop your upper body back. Let's get a nice stretch around through those shoulders, your upper back, and then do the reverse. Lock your fingers behind your body, pull the arms back behind you, opening out through the chest. Okay, shake the arms out. Take one arm now across your chest, palm facing in towards you. Just take the other arm and just use that other arm to gently press the arm closer into your chest, and switch to the other side. Cross one arm over your chest, over your heart, and use the other arm to pull that across a little more. Don't let the shoulders round forwards. When you're ready, place one hand down by your side, take the other arm up and over your head, and just look up towards the hand that you've reached over, and switch to the other side. Place one hand down to the mat, stretch the other arm up and over your head towards the arm that's on the mat, getting a nice little side stretch. Keep switching from side to side and come back up to center. Let's keep sitting nice and tall and swivel your upper body around to the side and just hold. And switch to the other side, just twisting from the waist up. And do that one more time again on each side. Just swivel to the side and hold. And switch to the other side. Lovely. When you're ready, shake it all out, round those shoulders. Lift your arms up and out to the side, up towards the ceiling. And push them back down by your side. Last time, lift those arms up, Stretch them up to the ceiling and lower the arms all the way down. You are done. I really hope you enjoyed this upper body focused flow. If you want to check out any more videos, leave some on screen now. They're just by the side of me here. And if you haven't subscribed already, please make sure you do. Click the thumbs up button if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Take care. Bye.